When it comes to living life, there's a lot to overthink, but I don't ever have to overthink my water. I've been drinking Smart Water for years and truly love its pure, crisp taste. It's vapor distilled through a process inspired by clouds. I love chic branding, and Smart Water's sleek bottle shape makes it the perfect accessory for any day bag, workout tote, or backpack. Smart Water is the smart way to hydrate no matter what you have going on in your life. Life is full of choices. Smart Water is a simple one. Visit drinksmartwater.com to learn more.
Hear that? Yeah, that's the sound of you relaxing, because now you're managing diabetes with the Freestyle Libre 3 system. You get to know your glucose levels and where it's headed. Manage your diabetes with more confidence with the Freestyle Libre 3 system. Ready to learn more about the #1 prescribed CGM in the U.S.? Visit freestylelibre.us to learn more. Based on retail sales data for patients' last filled prescription by manufacturer. Refer to the FLAIR NL4 study published in BMJ Open Diabetes Research and Care 2019. Safety info found at freestylelibre.us.
Want to teach your kids financial literacy, but not sure where to start? Greenlight can help. With Greenlight, parents can keep an eye on kids' spending and saving, while kids and teens use a card of their own to build money confidence. As a parent, you can send instant money transfers, set up chores, automate allowance, and more. It's a convenient way to run your household, customized to your family's needs, and the easy way to raise financially smart kids. Get started with Greenlight today and get your first month free at greenlight.com/iHeart.
Hi, everyone. I'm Rachel Zoe, and you're listening to Climbing in Heels. This show is all about celebrating the most extraordinary superwomen who will be sharing their incredible journeys to the top, all while staying glamorous. Okay, I'm very excited for all of you to listen to this episode, and I know you're going to learn a lot, and you're going to love it, so enjoy. I became a mom much later in life. And my biggest thing, because I was such a workaholic, and I still am, but in a different way. And my challenge, even before I had kids, was how to have me time, right? And then when I had my kids, I was like, wow, what would have happened if I did this like in my 20s? You know, what would that have been like, trying to sort of do that juggle? And so talking to you, I'm thinking, well, you've now been a mom for so long, you know, and I think my question is sort of like, you know, finding that time. And do you find, now that you've had your third child, have you found that the struggle it's almost a little easier for you to figure out how to go back to being Karolína, like alone Karolína when you need to be, or mommy Karolína when you need to be? Because that's always been my challenge, honestly. I tried to bring the kids everywhere and like never leave them and work at the same time. And I felt like that wasn't productive because I was like, just like this all the time. So, but I did find that by my second son, it was a bit easier for me to get my head out of the clouds a little bit, to be like, okay, I can do this, you know? So my question is, because funny enough, I have a few friends with 5 kids, many friends with 4, and I have one friend who just had her 6th. And I know. And
I
so
mean, it's beautiful, but I do that. I don't care how much, if you have help, and
I know. I'm with you.
Manage it all, you know?
It's insane. It's insane. And to be honest, I'm here to say I'm a strong believer in that it's actually easier on some level when they're very young. Because as you know now, with a 6 and 12-year-old, the older they get, they have more things. The needs are different. It's not like holding their hand so they don't fall and get stitches. It's like, okay, they have homework, they have play dates, they have sports, they have this, it's their schedule, their emotions, they're this, they're that.
And as you said, and I mean, when they're older, it's harder because it's emotional, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you almost need to have a degree in a little bit in psychology to kind of help them navigate.
Yes,
like,
it's true.
I don't even know how to navigate certain things, you know, between them and, you know, somebody said this and their feeling got hurt, or it's miscommunication, misunderstanding, like, you know, and they're going through their own things where their body's changing. So it's definitely, you know, it's hard. And I don't know how to navigate through that either. And, you know, Tobin was my oldest, he's my first one. So I'm going through it for the first time, right? Yes. I mean, with Luna Grace, I've been through diapers, all that, like it changes, but you kind of know a little bit, the staging. Sure. But with Tobin, he's my first kind of teen about to be, which is very, a whole different level.
Whole thing.
Well, they said big kids, bigger problems.
Yes.
It's just more complex. It's a little more different. Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see. You just have to take one day at a time. And honestly, I mean, I've never looked at it that way. Thank you this is good. I'm having this talk. I feel like I'm having my own little.
And I was, by the way, KK, I was a psych major, if that's helpful. And it's really handy in my
I'm going to call you when I need to. I'm going to call you with how to do it with certain things. But
figuring it out as you go.
No, and you just help to say that way. It's true. I mean, I've been a mom since I'm 25. So, I've been working.
That's young. By today's standards, that's young, right? I mean, not standards, but norms.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I was definitely early. People thought I was the nanny a lot of the time.
And you also, by the way, can I just say, you look at least 10 years younger than you actually are. So yeah, I mean, people always thought, like, where's the mom? It's like, well, I'm the mom.
So yeah, it was very cute. But
okay, so wait.
But I like being a young mom. My mom had me when she was 21. My parents were young parents. So I mean, so I remember growing up and them taking us everywhere. I didn't grow up with nanny or anything. Yep. So my parents took us everywhere. They went for dinner. We went in the stroller. We fell asleep in a stroller. Then we would come home. So like my parents did it. So I always look at like, how did my parents did it? Worked and had no help and cooked. My parents cooked, like everything was homemade, fresh, like, perfectly clean, ironed. But I mean, my parents are super parents. They really are. And so, I mean, I have a lot, like my bar is very high that I compare myself to. Yeah. And then, how do I it'll be interesting how do I get myself to kind of balance all and find things. And, I've learned you have to be patient with yourself. And listen, I'm patient, but I'm impatient in a lot of things. Yeah. And I like things to be done. And I want a lot of things from myself. I'm very hard on myself in that way. I want to be the best. I need to do a lot and more, but I've learned not to do that to myself. I've learned, what? I am where I am. There's a reason for everything. And I have to enjoy the moment. And everything will kind of happen. Yeah. Right? It will on its time, when it will and has to. And if it doesn't, something else will happen. Like, you might think you want to do that, but that will not happen, but that will happen. So I think as long as you are willing to do the work and open and put it out there, be open to things to happen, things will happen.
It's true. And you can't overplan.
Exactly. You can't over push it and be like, I want to do it now. And why am I not doing this thing? Like, of course I can be like, why am I not doing this thing? I should be doing this. And I should be on cover of this. And, but it's okay. I've done it. Like, what am I chasing? Just to like show and prove, I'm on this cover again and doing this again. Like, I've done it for over 20 years. Like I've done a lot of things, but what do I really want? What makes me, if I'm going to leave my family, like why, for what? Is it because I'm challenging myself? Right. Because I need to learn, I'm too comfortable, I'm too bored. Yep. Or is it because, it's the right thing to do, or I need to do that because there's a reason. Yeah. So I kind of learned to be more patient, I guess.
And some of it is ego without knowing it. Some of it, we're just driven by ego. We're driven by wanting to do better, wanting to do more. I think as women, we're born overachievers, and I think we always want to be the best. And we're always trying to prove to ourselves that we can do better and more. But I have realized when I look back at my life and you look at kind of what you've done and what you've accomplished and things like that, people are like, do you know that that you did this, and this? I'm like, yeah, I kind of remember that, and it's like, I think there is really something that we can teach ourselves and teach our children about living in the moment and looking at what's happening now and not trying to get to what's next. Because I do find that over planning is like, it's how you trip over yourself. If you over plan your life, you set yourself up, in my opinion, and I think for our kids, we want to lift them up, not unrealistically, but we want to constantly be advocates for them. And I think teach them from what we kind of learn about ourselves, right? That's what I'm trying to do. And like certain fears I have about things I don't want them to have. So I think for me, I mean, I don't know if it's the same for you, but it's this constant sort of challenge and wanting to set this example for your kids. And then, I don't know. I just find it's constant, but let's put it this way, KK, we're never.
You want to enjoy your kids, right? You want to, you have families, so you have memories. You don't want to just work. No. Again, there's, of course, you need to provide, and we all need to do what we need to do. We need to provide for our children, make sure, they have food, we can pay bills. Of course, we have that responsibility to take care of our children.
But you want to be with them.
And also, when you can, like, I also want to spend time with my kids. I want to have those memories. I want to feel like, I was there when it mattered, when they had that performance, when they had that game, because it does matter to them. They know.
Like everyone else, I prefer to use skincare products that are the best. So I'm here to tell you that I found a great new product that you need in your life. It's called Proven Skincare, and it's so fantastic that Forbes is actually calling this new award-winning skincare brand the Tesla of skincare, where beauty meets technology. I mean, if that's not a compliment. Proven Skincare creates personalized skincare based on over 47 factors about a person's skin, genetic background, lifestyle, and environment. Proven's skincare formulas are rooted in the world's largest beauty database, the Skin Genome Project, and the winner of MIT's AI Technology of the Year Award. It analyzed the universe of skincare data, including the effectiveness of over 20,000 skincare ingredients from over 100,000 skincare products and over 28 million testimonials from real people on what each individual's skin needs to be truly cared for. All of this analysis results in Proven Skincare's custom 3-step system that actually works. It includes a personalized cleanser, day moisturizer with SPF, and personalized night cream. And I'm telling you, it's the most effective system that will totally replace your shelf full of products. Take their online skin genome quiz and get a personalized skincare routine that fits you. Plus, your formulations are updated every 8 weeks to evolve with you based on changing seasons, your skin's acclimation to active ingredients, and even life changes like pregnancy, menopause, or a really big move. Visit www.provenskincare.com to take the free skin genome quiz and use code ZOE at checkout for $20 off your first order. Plus free shipping, of course. That's provenskincare.com, code ZOE for $20 off your first order. provenskincare.com, code ZOE.
I know I have friends, who are not there as much, and their kids,
Same.
they know feel that they're like, why am I'm not saying maybe you don't need to be every
I get it.
time,
of course.
But like sometimes where you make it like where you show you care because it matters to them, because they really want to please us.
Of course.
Right? Like,
and listen, I have a hard time leaving them. I mean, Roger's like, we got to go on date night. I'm like, you had me alone for 18 years. It's their turn, No, wait, I want to talk about Griff and Ivy.
Yeah, we can't even talk to our husbands because, that's like poor guys. That's like, they're like
violin.
I feel the same. Archie's like, what about me?
I know. I know. And now you've gone and had a third.
Of
course,
girl,
of course,
girls are daddy's girls.
100. And my boys, I don't know about you, but they'd crawl back into my body tonight if they could, I swear to God. But but a girl, girls love their daddies. I'm such a daddy's girl.
He's so overprotective of her. I cannot wait for her. And daddy's like, where's she going? I'm like, she's going to the park. Why are people looking at her? Like, they should not tell her she's cute all the time. It's going to get to her head. I'm like, she's a baby. Like, what are you supposed to tell her? She's not cute,
and watch out, daddy, because she looks like mom. So we're in trouble.
she's gonna be normal. I was like, she is normal. Like what? Like what you know, she's like, no, but they cannot tell her too much. She's too cute and pretty. You know? I was like, it's very obvious he's a dad of a girl. And he has no idea what's coming, because when she's gonna be like, Daddy, can you do my hair? Daddy, take a picture of me.
Oh,
you know?
God.
Or she's gonna do all the things for him. I mean, I don't know. I've never had a girl, but I just, I guess maybe that's what she might do. How he's gonna.
She's a baby KK, and he's really, really in for it, because that means strong mind, very determined, and insanely beautiful. So he's going to have two of you. So tell me about Griffin Ivy Rose, because I've actually been obsessed with Griffin Ivy Rose since the very first time I got it. And I mean, you've always been like an advocate for wellness. I mean, you've always been like the dewiest, cleanest, healthiest, like looks like you drink green juice all day, even though I know you don't, but like it just, you have that
back
look.
in the day, Rachel, I did back in the day. I was a little baby. I was like, I was a raw foodist. I was vegan for years, way before it was like trendy and popular.
Right.
I mean, I was like doing the yoga, meditation. I still do that. Obviously, I do continue that lifestyle. But I remember when I was like young, I was doing all those things because I was curious. Again, I'm very curious. And, I'm always drawn to more natural things. I come from the Czech Republic. I come from Europe. And my grandparents had a country house where I went every weekend as a kid. They grew their own fruits and vegetables. They had chickens. They had rabbits. They had everything on the land. And that the land offered, we would eat, we would harvest, we had to pick up, we would make homemade jams, we would make homemade pickles. I remember as a kid with my grandmother on the kitchen floor, we would make everything from scratch. There was not like, oh, let's go buy made things. Like in the countryside, like that's not what you did. Like you made it, you made your own fresh bread. You made your own remedies when you had sore throat. So I really grew up with that like lifestyle. And obviously coming into modeling and traveling the world and working with people in different cultures and, kind of learning from them, like what did they do when they had like headache or when they were tired, So I'm not always about the quick fix. I know good things, it takes time and it takes an effort. And, there's a lot of incredible things that Mother Nature gave us that are very powerful. So you also have to be careful because they are very strong and powerful, how to use it. And so I've always, like all these healthy things. And obviously, I went very extreme being a raw foodist and vegan, all that almost 20 years ago. And then, kind of found my balance.
Yeah. Sure.
I do now eat kind of everything. Yeah. I listen to my body, really learn how to listen to my body because the body will always tell us, if you're in the mood of, let's say, something sweet or like a little chocolate, like why not have something, treat yourself. I believe in treating yourself, because more you are on diet or restricting yourself all for too long and too much and all day long, eventually it's going to break. Nobody's a machine. No. Even though if you were like very disciplined, so you can be disciplined, you can have your goals, but sometimes a little something, it doesn't have to be terrible. Like have a little something that really makes you feel good.
Totally. Otherwise you're just going to want it.
And if you burn it, like, okay, you went for a walk and you had something, okay, you're splurging. Okay, maybe it's not the healthiest, but if you're having sometimes, every day, or if you want something, a treat, have a treat that's like, a good enough tree that you enjoy and you have it every day and, you're moving, you're healthy. Why not? Like, it's like reward yourself, right? Because again, older you become, you learn more of those things. Of course. You have to reward yourself and
have to
and care, you have to take care of yourself. And so, Griffin Ivy Rose really kind of comes with that philosophy. It's about, taking care of yourself and really taking care of yourself from outside in, inside out. Yep. I mean, it is a line that we've created for children. I had all my 3 children at home.
Yeah, but I use it.
Well, I mean, the first idea first was really for kids.
Yeah.
when I had Tobin, and then my two partners who also, Rachel and Orion, who have 2 kids. I mean, no, Rachel has 3 kids. Ryan has 3 kids himself. And when we met, Orion is a herbalist who's been practicing making herbs for 25 years. His father is a Chinese medicine doctor who's been doing it for 30 years. So he grew up in this world, even more so than myself. And Rachel, who has identical twins, they were born at 26 weeks, super, super preemies.
Wow.
I mean, they were this big, Rachel. Like, can you imagine? Like this big, like palm of my hand, like this.
Scary.
My hand. But they survived, they made it. But, they were so preemie, they had a lot of issues.
Right.
They had a lot of digestion issues.
Mm-hmm.
They had a lot of sleeping issues. And for years, she worked with her pediatrician. She tried every, medicine and things it just was not really helping. Mm-hmm. And then she realized, they were such a sensitive little babies. I mean, these are drugs. I can be,
sure.
They can be on it for years. I mean, this is not really the solution.
Right. It's not sustainable.
Out of desperation, she met Orion and his dad, Dan, and they made a little herbal elixir for the girls. And in a week, they were able to sleep through the night. They were able to go to the bathroom. So that's when she really had this aha moment, like, wow, this is incredible. And she's not a believer. She's never really more holistic route. Like that was not her upbringing. That's not her style. It was not her style at that time.
Yep.
But really because of this experience. And so I was going to Orion and his dad for myself with my own kids. Noah has a little bit of asthma and he used to have a lot of eczema and he would get a lot of bronchitis. So I would go and, get acupuncture from him and herbs. So we all kind of met there through our experiences and through our children. And we seen the power of herbs and plants. And that's kind of how Griffin Abbey Rose started. We really wanted to create products that really tackle everyday problems or challenges, whether it's sleep, indigestion, mood. So we have bath and body products. We have these herbal elixirs to help you with digestion, sleep, immune support, and
chocolate probiotics.
Then we have our chocolate probiotics.
They're so good.
Which are, low glycemia with coconut palm sugar, fair trade chocolate, has like probiotics, your daily dose of probiotic for kids. And, we understood, being modern parents, we understood that it has to be something that's fun, that's modern, packaging, tastes good. That we had to be, how do we kind of merge this Eastern and Western philosophy together, with quality, with the ingredients, with the design, and then with the herbs, but plus also with making sure that it really works and creates gives you the solution and helps and doesn't take and strip and just really helps. And so that's kind of how we started, and then it grew and we had a lot of parents started to use it. Then the parents were starting to eating all the chocolate hot probiotics. So we made it for the adults, obviously much higher dose of probiotics.
Yeah, of course.
And then, we're expanding. We're adding more products to the line. I
was going to ask you, so what's next for it? Because I feel like it's just growing. Everyone knows that first impressions are everything. And I'm here to tell you that they definitely are. So if you're looking to make an impact with your online content, you need Issue, the easiest way to make your creative ideas come to life and share everywhere you want to be seen. Issue is the all-in-one platform to create and distribute beautiful digital content, from marketing materials to magazines to lookbooks and catalogs and more. There's no need for endless scrolling through PDFs. Issue features your creative in an easy-to-view way on every device. Make it once and distribute it everywhere without reformatting. Your content is already optimized for engagement and ready to share. Issue also works seamlessly with tools you already use like Canva, Dropbox, and InDesign. Basically, if you want your content to stand out, and you know that you do, you need to be using Issue. And you can start using it for free. That's right, free. Get started with Issue today for free, or if you sign up for a premium account, you'll get 50% off when you go to issue.com/Karolina. issuu.com/podcast and use promo code ZOE. That's issuu.com/podcast and use promo code ZOE at checkout for your free account or 50% off your premium account. That's issuu.com/podcast with promo code ZOE, ZOE.
We're still new, we're a new small brand,
Yeah.
it takes time. And with 2 years with COVID for small brands has been really, really hard.
Of course.
Not easy when you don't have the marketing money, you don't have the suspense and,
life of an entrepreneur, KK.
It's definitely, we had to be very creative and we all had to roll up our sleeves as we always do. But it's also was very actually exciting moment because that's really, what makes you appreciate things and you come together stronger, you figure things, you learn new ways to do things.
True. And you get less wasteful, I find. Like, I actually find that like what happened over the pandemic with a lot of my friends in small businesses was like, you come together and you like trim the fat a bit. Like you realize, okay, what's really working, like it forces you to stop and really look inward at like what's working, what's not. Do we need to pivot slightly? And I feel like so many people came out more clear and the vision was more clear because when you're in it and selling, like all of a sudden you're like, wait, what just happened? Like now we have an explosion of products. We don't even know what's marketable, what's selling, what's not, and whatever. And I kind of feel like this last 2 years, I feel like was a really good inflection point for people. It was really good time to sort of, really look at the businesses and really take away from it the really important parts of it to kind of lean heavier on, and I think with like Griff and Ivy Rose, like I think it's one of those things where you probably just say, okay, what are our cores, right? And what are the things that people are obsessed with? And
what's working, what's not, how do you get new customers? We launched in Whole Foods like in June, in like middle of pandemic, a new product going on a shelf, people are going to stores.
Yep.
And that's when, being in Whole Foods, it's when Whole Foods is testing you, how are you going to do? Like, how do you get people, how do you get them to try a new brand, a new product? So, it has its challenges, but we're still surviving. We're still alive. We're learning. We added 4 new products. We call them like the essentials, the basics, your kind of shampoo.
Yep.
Body wash,
yep.
Conditioner separate, body lotion, which we didn't have. We had a body oil, but we added body lotion. And then we're developing with the probiotics being so popular. So we're working on like a vitamin kind of a product for kids.
I think that's great.
And
great.
Yeah, it's
a lot.
You can plan a little bit, but then, you never know what's going to come. Yeah. You would have thought 2 years of COVID and things will be how they are. So I think what you've learned, like, yes, you can plan, you have to plan,
yeah, of course.
But then you also you have to be willing to adapt when things are, when it's like snowing and pouring. How do you like dodge and how do you stay dry? Not too bad, but a little wet. So, there's always something to learn. And, I'm so grateful and lucky that I'm not doing it on my own. I have really 2 great partners that we are, hands-on and involved, and we're very different. So it's really kind of cool and refreshing that we, all can kind of focus on different things and we all bring something different to the table. That
That's
I don't
important.
have to do like everything that I'm not really, an expert in, or I'm not I'm not really passionate about. I mean, of course I have to learn about everything because as an operating founder, I do, but it's not something that I don't have to spend 10 hours doing something like it's like I'm really not good at.
No.
Or it's like numbers, that's just like
same.
I'm like,
I got you.
I know it, but like,
yes.
I really don't want to spend 10 hours on that.
No.
Because it's wasted on my time.
Of course.
That I can do something, I can really contribute. So
yes,
it's awesome having great partners.
Okay. So my final question for you, my sweet, beautiful friend, what is next what's next for Karolína Kurková? What happens next? Are we just like taking some time? Are we working on 18 more things? Do you have what's next for you that you want to share? And if nothing, you could say, I'm taking a break.
You know me, like, there's no like, oh, I don't want to do anything. No,
there's never going to be a nothing with you.
Yeah. I like to create. I'm very creative. So definitely having opportunities where I can always bring that, my KK style, whether it's a fashion brand or beauty or children, anything like that. I can really have that freedom to do that and collaborate. I'm very open because again, like, it could be fashion, but it could be furniture, could be design. I love.
You're creative.
Yeah, I'm very creative. So it's like, it could be something that maybe I haven't done, and which it's actually exciting for me because I like to learn, and I think I can definitely bring a lot to it. You've tackled fashion, design, home, TV, and it's because from the business we come from, at the end of the day, it's very similar, right? You're styling a home or of course clothing or a child or right? Like we've learned there's like some people, like we all have a different taste and stuff, but we have our own what we like. And so really doing things that I would enjoy, where I feel like I can contribute, where I'm appreciated, and I can have that freedom to do so and really create something that I'm proud of and that really can make someone smile or make someone feel good. I would like to definitely do TV. I feel like I've done TV. I'm not afraid of it. I'm nervous too, but
no. But it's like, it's sort of like once you've done it a few times, it's like the nerves are gone. It's sort of like, it's there. You just kind of,
nerves are still there because when it's a new thing, and you care, of course, they're there. But I feel like I haven't done that in a while. And, if it's a project that I think like it's fun or it's really interesting, or again, it's like, it's contributing, it's helping someone, or it's something really fun and exciting, like that it'll be nice to do. And, where I get to work with different people and collaborate and host and to kind of have fun and play with. I think that would be really nice.
I always tell people, it's sort of like when you're a creative person, like, it's funny. Sometimes people go, well, how would you describe what you do? And I'm like, I'm a creative director of anything that needs to be creative directed. I'm literally wherever I can apply that creativity, like you said, whether it's like a bookshelf, whether it's a child, whether it's, a line of, I don't know, flowers and vases, like it doesn't matter. It's however you can get that out and bring value to something that excites you and ignites your passion. Like that's what you do, and I don't even know what the name for that is, but it's just, it's being a creative person. And I think, it's funny because I think for creative people, there's this overwhelming desire to just keep doing it in as many ways as you can. And it's like this, it's like people that love math or people that love medicine. It's like, how can I apply that knowledge? And how can I, but I think when you're creative, you sort of look at things through this different lens, and you're constantly like, how can I change that? How can I tweak it? How can I make that prettier? How can I make that more, so it's, I think you just have that. And, I don't know. I love you madly. I miss you madly. I love Florida. I have a new love for Florida recently. I just was in Palm Beach and I was like, hey, this is fun. Maybe I'm going to end up here too. I don't know.
Well, definitely let us know and come visit. I would love to see you in person. I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time, even though I feel like I do see you, follow you. So I know. Kind of see you and what you've been up to, which has been really nice, that's like the nice thing of social media, because you really if you don't have time to email everyone, text on the phone with everyone, you feel like, okay, it's true. It's
true. It is. It's this weird blessing and curse. It's like this really amazing way to stay connected to people you really want to be connected to, and then life gets in the way or a pandemic and, but I miss you. Send love to the family. I'm so happy to have you. I'm so happy that you're part of Curator, and we're going to do big things together. And I love Griffin.
Thank you. And I'm so proud of you. And let's definitely do something in Miami. Thank you so much, Rachel, for having me.
I love you madly.
Roger and all the boys and, and
keep that baby for me. Keep that baby. You got to watch out. Roger's going to be like, KK, grab her, run.
I know, from Archie, because Archie's going to be like, where is she going? Keep her home.
I'm going to be like, I got her. Roger's like, I'm on the other side. Meet me. I'll take her from the backside.
Oh my God. Poor Archie. He has no idea.
Send my love to Archie and the boys and Luna Grace, little angel baby. All right. I love you.
Bye.
Bye, honey. If you want more Climbing in Heels content, follow me on @RachelZoe and @ClimbingInHeelsPod on Instagram for more updates on upcoming guests, episodes, and of course, all things Curator.
This is it. We've got an Amex Platinum Pro on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. We haven't seen anyone relax like this before in the Centurion Lounge. Is he connecting to complimentary Wi-Fi? Oh my, look at that, he is! And you will not believe where he's going next. The Amex dedicated card member entrance for the win! Unbelievable!
When you get travel perks with Amex Platinum, you're part of the action. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/withAmex.
You know that feeling when you walk into your home, take a deep breath, and feel new? Well, that's what it's like to use Clorox Scentiva. Because Clorox Scentiva smells like coconut, cleans like Clorox, and feels like energy. It'll elevate any cleaning routine to not just clean, but also make every room smell like a tropical coconut getaway. Discover how Clorox Scentiva's powerful clean and refreshing scents can transform your space. Get yours in coconut or other fabulous scents at a nearby retail store.
Looking for excitement? Chumba Casino is here. Play anytime, play anywhere. Play on the train, play at the store, play at home, play when you're bored. Play today for your chance to win and get daily bonuses when you log in. So what are you waiting for? Don't delay. Chumba Casino is free to play.
Experience social gameplay like never before. Go to Chumba Casino right now to play hundreds of games, including online slots, bingo, Slingo, and more. Live the Chumba life at ChumbaCasino.com.
VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.